I'm going to call the meeting to order.
Is it 5:20? What time is the meeting start?
Ms.
Oh,
LeBlanc,
it is
would
about
you,
12. Okay, sorry.
did I give you time?
Let me see. All right, keep it simple. All right. All right, God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, courage to change the things that I can, and wisdom to know the difference.
Amen.
All right. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Chair, Commissioner Mazda is sick, cannot come.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, message.
All right, I'll take the roll call.
Commissioner LeBlanc present.
Commissioner Gardner present.
Commissioner Burton present. Commissioner Timmons present.
Thank you. Do we have any public comment on the millage rate and proposed budget? I don't see anyone out there that. All right, would anyone like to comment on the millage rate change? Our proposed tentative millage rate is 0.16, which is the same as we had last year. All right, I'm going to propose that we adopt the millage rate at the same as what we had last year, 0.16. I'll make that motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor? Aye. Okay, thank you. And is there any discussion on the proposed budget for the coming year, 2026, 25-26?
Madam Chair, you asking for commissioner discussion?
Yes.
Okay. Quick question on the travel expenses. I want to make sure, am I, as a commissioner, factored into those travel expenses? I see sometimes there's 4, sometimes there's 3 commissioners. Get the 8. So I'm turning there now. Here we go. So I know I'm not factored into the Charlotte Harbor. I see Portland, Oregon, there's 4. Would I, for example, be factored into the Portland, Oregon meeting? My question is for the staff, if they're aware.
Usually, for me, since the beginning administration, I try to encourage all commissioners going to state meeting and national meeting. It's a very good opportunity to meeting other commissioners. This is what commissioner also especially some kind of new technology that have a booth of everything. You can see update. But our board situation, not only our board, every board the same, depending on who is available. Sometimes you have time, you try to go. Sometimes maybe convince, maybe time, anything, so you can let us know. But by our policy, all board member going to out of accounting for any kind of AMCD business, we pay everything. We pay registration fee and provide hotel and per diem. Also pay commissioner pay per mileage. How many drive the mileage depend the IRS pay the mileage. So that's we set up a budget. At least every time we set up 3 commissioner.
3, okay.
Yeah, we set up 3. If we have 4 goals, can go. Usually lots of money, staff can use grant money. So that's the reason when we negotiate grant.
Sure.
So we have a meeting, publication, so we can, it's easy to digest.
So if a commissioner doesn't go, then that could be allocated elsewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I meant. Okay, I'm comfortable with
If
that.
you're interested in go to any meeting, every time before 2-3 months, they have a deadline registration. Like FMC Port Charlotte deadline October 1st. So we have still we need a registration. So registration is $465. Then the hotel, book a hotel. We worry about hotel. Hotel is very easy to meeting hotel. Like, oh, yeah.
Okay.
We can start. We have deadline.
Okay,
Yeah.
understood. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any other comments or questions?
I had a question for Scott. We discussed it earlier, or the other day. I was just curious, when you chose the millage rate, why would you choose a millage rate that funded the whole year? And I thought you had a good,
Yeah, sure. What we did, because our surplus, we've had other years where we've had surpluses. Like this appears to be a deficit budget, the way it's presented, with the loss of 643. Because our surpluses are kind of exceeding where they probably should be, we feel that we should actually deplete some of those surpluses and give that back to the taxpayers. If you look at I always think if anybody looks at one page, it'd be this page. At the bottom, you see that on the left, you'll see the ending fund balance. Now it's broken down. I'm sorry, it's page 2.
page 2.
Yep.
In the book of the-
Okay.
So after we run through and we've got the loss for the year, ending fund balance, the $9,080,634, it goes through there, and that leaves us with that 8.4. Well, DAX reasonably believes that the contingencies and the cash balances carried forward is a reasonable number. That's the max. So they think that they can live with the district having a carryover of 11% for contingency. That's where you need to change the budget. And 20% for just extra cash to carry forward for operating needs. That middle number, that $5,064,000, that's the plug where the rest has to go. And that's for future capital outlay. So usually the district will have, we've always got capital outlay projects, whether it's vehicles or buildings or something like that. Dr. Shu and I and staff, we discussed that number might be getting a little high. So we thought we would try to bring it down a little bit. So that's why that number's like that.
The millage rate has gone down every year since like 2020, hasn't it?
Or
Did I do my
stayed
homework
the-
right?
Yes, or stayed the same.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Gone down.
So that's why you're dipping in the savings, just to
yeah.
save,
We've had some surplus
I
years
got
where
you.
we didn't spend as much as we thought.
and you hold on to that for hurricane
It
issues
could be
too,
for that
right?
as well, yep. We have used FEMA also to help us out a little bit too, so, yeah. So,
Okay, thank you.
sure, thank you.
Hey, through the chair. And this is to Dr. Shu, and I apologize, this is my first budget hearing. But when you adopted the tentative millage, I'm just looking at the trim regulations. Were you not required to read the taxing authority's name, the rollback rate? You guys traditionally have not done that. I'm just looking at the trim regulations issued by the Department of Revenue. I mean, it just says for each taxing authority levying millage, for the tentative adoption as well as the final adoption, you're required to, at the public hearing, read the name of the taxing authority, the rollback rate, any percentage increase, and the millage rate to be levied, like you're supposed to, those statements. Have you done that in the past?
That's in everybody receive that taxes that from a property appraiser, the public hearing, everything. Like
I
you
understand.
asked Dr. Cole about that explain. I forward the email to you that re-advertised by property appraiser officer again. So that's their fault, not our fault. So also that all issues are finally you got to go to point. That's a finally the public hearing, make it 2 resolution. Then read it very very detailed.
understand.
Yeah, that's a finally the public printing.
No, I understand. You're talking about the notice. No, I understand. I'm just reading what it says right here. It says for each taxing authority levying millage, you must publicly read at the hearing before the adoption of the millage these 4 things. I only say this because I represent another taxing authority that does that. So
It's a public. It's a finally the public
I'm just
hearing.
putting that on the record
Yeah.
Okay, so that the tentative and the final is what it says, but that's fine. I'll just put that on the record there.
Yeah, you will look at it, we'll make a resolution, you will review the resolution.
That's also required.
Yes.
That's also required.
I have a couple of explain that Medicaid issue. Currently, that Medicaid, we since 2020, our Medicaid going to down every year going to down one from 0.2. Now it's last year 0.16, all going to down. So people also ask why going to down. So number one, that we have property value increase. Our house value depend on property value. Number two, our county is one of the fastest growth county. More people, more building. So more people pay tax. Even we are keep the same measure rate, 0.16, taxes still increase. Because there's more people pay there. That's the reason accumulate more money. Other thing that you look at our budget situation, annually we get soft money, I call it soft money, mostly called grant money. That's about $500,000, some year maybe a little more. So our tax money budget around less than 90% budget from tax collection. Another 10, around 10% comes from a grant. The federal grant and the CDC grant, Department of Defense grant, industry together. That's about annual $500,000. So that's money. It's about 10% of our budget. Also, we have a good kind of reserve money. So that's what make it very good interesting. So that's the interesting, like a currently we have about $6 million in the SBA programs. That's a monthly make about $30,000 interesting. So that's a lot of money interesting. So we can think about the current situation. I'm sure that many people don't understand about the Medicaid. I think the Medicaid decrease, the Medicaid keep the same. Actually, the tax increase. It's an increase. It's true, yeah. So how much you will keep the same Medicaid rate? We can collect money more than last year, same Medicaid rate. More than last year, about $600,000 more collection because more people pay tax, more people that build up. So that's the situation. So that if now any increased tax, our Medicaid rate should be rolled back 0.1518. That's the amount exactly we collected this year. So that's we have to leave room. That's the reason current still called tentative Medicaid rate. So the way just September 25th, we have finally public hearing. Look at what's going on. So where the money we need, that's money we need to keep this. Before we have FEMA, every year having hurricane, we have 75% reimbursed. But now it's a federal cut FEMA. That we don't know where the money happening. So far, no hurricane, lucky. We hope that, yeah. If happen, that's easy. The $1 million easy gone. So where the money come from? We are not allowed to bond and cannot loan anything. We have to some kind of money. Also, next 5 year, our project here, we're talking about in plan. We still need to accumulate some money for that to overcome the no reduce grant. Also, building one more building, storage building. So we're talking about several years. That's the funded one building. Also, our helicopter, that's a 1992, 93 helicopter. Now, many parts couldn't fund it because, we have to look for future, next 4 year update our technology. Our current, like the AI technology, we need to use to the technology, still equipment. That's need money too, yeah. So we don't want to try all of our money. That's basically the situation. So next month, the next couple of months, start work from next 5 year major work plan. So we need a budget should be match our work plan, something, TG plan. So that's for next 5 year plan. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
I have a question as well. I'm on, for the record, page 26, looking at under facility. The storage building, I see 2 numbers by it.
Which number represents the price of that storage building?
It's a storage building is $800,000.
800,000, okay. Can you tell me a little bit about the storage facility?
That's that's 2 years ago. That's used 2 years ago, the RFP number. So we requested for proposal for storage building 4,000 square foot. So they have some kind of the equipment, back pocket, hand-on fogging machine. They requested that with AC. Also the surveillance sort, I show you the shot, the shape, we need to put it together. So some kind of carport, mostly for vehicle storage. That's the 2 years ago, the quote number, not a quote, RFP, we have 4 proposals. Then we recommend to about 1 based on that number. So that's a table, didn't do anything. So that's we bring back everything we can start after the public hearing and September 25th. In October, we are going to RFP again, request for proposal. That's 2 years ago, the table didn't do.
Okay, so this was 4,000 square feet facility and roughly 4 bids on it?
Yes, about $200 per square foot, but currently probably a little bit more. So we can look at what's happening. Hopefully, the project can finish within 1 year, but sometimes everything slowly, maybe need to take 2 years.
Okay, what kind of things will be in the storage facility?
It's mostly we have planned to have one room with AC, just window AC with a machine. Another room for surveillance truck, battery, and container. Then another 2 rooms for this equipment, basically small equipment. It's like a power wash, everything, still outside, yeah. Then about less than 3,000 square foot carport, just a vehicle drop, get in. Currently, vehicle you can see park everywhere. That's not enough here. Some kind of ATV equipment, that's the plan. Maybe a little bit change, maybe we don't know current marketing situation. I believe currently probably around $240 per square foot. That's 2 years, but just for basic
Right.
starting message.
Is it going to be similar to the one we have already out there?
Behind the carport,
Okay.
yeah.
Just to further add, a lot of the equipment, not just the vehicles, but some of the, like the trailers, that are left out in the elements, obviously is not good for them. And so better preserve them and their longevity, that's a really important piece of that as well.
Appreciate that. Has there been some sort of cost-benefit analysis if we didn't have a storage facility versus whether we did? No?
Yeah, we have done something.
You have done that? So
Yeah,
the
we
storage
have done.
facility would outweigh the cost-benefit analysis?
Yeah, we do have did some kind of work. That's 2 years ago. Now that we need to update.
Okay.
Yeah.
About how much money would we save if we did have the storage facility, whether, if we didn't?
Some is like a request, some is like a vehicle. If you can see that explore all the rust, you can see the building every year we need a painting. That's help try to make our equipment a little bit longer.
Sure.
Currently, we still have the 2003 vehicle. Last year just finished 1999 vehicle. So that now the slowly update up here.
Let's-
Much better than on the island. Island was terrible.
Yeah.
Everything the rust. Here it's much better there.
So let's say we go 5 years without a storage facility, and then we compare it to 5 years with the storage facility. Do we have any idea of how much money we would save with the storage facility?
I think that we don't have the number, but it's basically easy to calculate.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get you some number calculation, basic calculation. Depending on current vehicle, the lifespan, and the future life, under storage lifespan, and equipment, everything.
Do we have some sort of spreadsheet or anything with those numbers?
Before we have some kind of,
Yeah, do we still have it?
let me look at what's happening,
Okay.
But currently, definitely need October, need update, need present to board, need RFP, need all detail.
Yeah.
That's a kind of.
Okay, so the
all
previous
entities,
board reviewed
October.
that?
Yeah,
Okay.
October, we were, with work with Mr. Weaver, so we can all update our information.
But you're confident we would save money over the span of time with the storage facility.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah, also
Thank you.
some law requires you have to protection the equipment.
yeah. Ms. Hodges, is the contract something that you would normally have to review?
One would hope, yes.
Have you reviewed it?
I have not seen any contracts.
Okay.
I would like to see the contract, if there's
I think
one.
that would be important,
There-
particularly with an $800,000 cost. I think it'd be important to see a cost, some sort of cost-benefit analysis as
Absolutely.
well. So those are two of my concerns with this particular piece of the budget. Of course, I'm certainly open to it. I just want to make sure we go through the right steps when we have this big of a cost. So,
That will be after the first procedure. So board approve the money here, doesn't mean that you have to use.
Sure.
It's the 3-year curve every year on the
Right.
budget, but it had never happened. So that's the October, after the board approval on the budget, October going to RFP. And Richard said, of course, some kind of draft for RFP. So October, we have to make sure we have the money, then we're going to RFP. Then after RFP, then start a proposal, collect a proposal, then open, present to board, then board with authority award which company, then start contract. After contract, they bring back board again. That's just the procedure.
sure.
So
It took about 2-3 months.
There was never an original contract, right? It went out to bid, but then the board did
Didn't
not
approve
approve
it.
it to move forward. So
Okay.
No
there
contract.
is no, there's the bid for you to see, and we can share the previous received bids, but there was never a contract.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah, we tabled it. We did not approve it.
okay. Would
It's a
it,
table.
would it make sense to continue this, this particular portion, approve the budget, continue this particular portion of the budget until we can get some sort of cost-benefit analysis, a contract on the table that our attorney can review?
Just because we have the money in the budget doesn't mean we have to spend it. We're trying to allocate it now, so. And we should probably do the cost benefit analysis.
We should.
Before we,
I would agree.
Before we do
Before we award
work on the
contract.
project.
So you're saying there will be another opportunity to approve or not approve based on the cost-benefit analysis, regardless of whether we approve it, the allocation?
Yes, you have three more time to approve or not.
Okay,
Approve RFP, approve that award, approve that contract. And
Okay.
3 more time. So take about another 3-4 months.
go ahead.
And anything in this budget, whenever a line item is over our purchasing policy, the board, if it's a contract, right, if it goes out to bid and it's a contract, then the board will then also have to approve it again, right? So even though the money's there, it doesn't mean it's gonna be spent. The board will still have, as Dr. Shi mentioned, at least 3 opportunities to.
yeah, that makes sense. I just generally like to feel more comfortable as to what I'm approving the allocation to with regards to that cost benefit. Certainly helps that we have a lot of equipment that we can store. So as long as we can get that cost benefit analysis, I think by, when do you think we could get that? Is there a time that we can review that?
We can give October going to RFP, then October, December can give you the whole information.
Okay,
Because we have to defend that's the project, like I said, called a feasible study report.
sure.
Analysis.
My concern also is if we want to approve the storage facility, we want to approve the storage facility, right? But we want to make sure it's done right with that amount of money. If we approve it now and then go back and say, okay, we shouldn't do this contract, then is it off the table? It is.
Yeah.
Okay. So wouldn't it then make sense if we want to approve the storage facility to continue it just so we can still approve it later? Okay. What are the board's thoughts on that? I feel more comfortable with that based on the number. I just want to see something before we can allocate it.
Go ahead.
For point of clarification, through the chair, are you asking to remove that 800,000 from the budget currently in this form and then revisit it once we get bids?
We already have bids, correct?
No.
No,
Okay.
So
Well, I'm not
we
gonna
haven't
stop.
put it out.
we conducted bids, maybe a year and a half ago, Dr.
Correct.
Shu?
2 years, yeah.
2 years ago, but the board tabled it, so we would have to put it out to bid, because those are generally, 60 days, so it would have to go back out, and those companies may not entertain bidding again, right? Or they will bid again. So we are basing this current price based off of that previous experience with the bidding, right? And so we're taking that into consideration with that dollar amount that we put there.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you for that clarification. No worries, thanks.
Well, if it was two years ago,
Yes,
and it was 800,000,
Yes.
it's gone up at least 20% by then, probably.
that's the reason we're going to RFP.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Ms. Hodges, based on your knowledge of the procedure, using those bids and approving it in the budget now, is that proper?
I think it's your policy call, totally. I mean, if
Sure.
you're not, there are agencies that figure out how much it's going to cost, and then you budget the money, right? I mean, that's one way to do it. Or you estimate what the money, how much it's going to cost, and then you go out and get the bids to see how much it's going to cost. And it could be way more, to Commissioner Burton's point, because of the time, the lapse in time. So I think, you're commissioners, and so that's completely up to your discretion.
Okay.
What you're comfortable with in terms of what
So
you
the RFP
put in your
process
budget.
doesn't apply to this?
Well, they'll have to comply with their RFP
Okay.
requirements for a capital project like
Okay.
this, for sure.
Gotcha. Okay.
I believe we have a member of the public who wants to speak. Yes?
No, I didn't plan on speaking. Hello, thank you for.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw you get handed a card.
Well, I was
speaking.
given a card and I put my name on it. I didn't know what it was for. This is my first time here and I live in St. John's County, so I just wanted to see how this works. I'm also a physician and I appreciate the mosquito control. I treat diseases caused by mosquitoes, so I just wanted to see how this works and I'd like to come to more.
All right, thank you.
Thanks
Thanks
for
for
coming.
coming.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Oh.
Yes.
May I say something?
Yes, please.
All right, thanks.
I just had a conversation with our attorney, Ms. Hodges, and it does mention that we should publicly announce the percentage if, that the proposed millage exceeds the rollback. So publicly announce, I don't know if that means announcing it.
Yeah, that's all. Reading it,
Yeah, well, I'm not, so to me, an announcement could be in the form of paper, which is publicly on our website. So page 2 has the information she's looking for.
That's right,
I'd
Scott.
like to hand that out.
Well, so through the chair, and as we sit here, and I can, Scott and I can talk offline, but I think my preference would just be, let's just err on the side of caution here to make sure we're doing it right, because if we're not, it could be very detrimental. And all I
Thank you,
was
sir.
pointing out, and Scott's right, he sees the same 4 points that the guidance from the Department of Revenue says, publicly announce, it says publicly read, actually, is what the verbiage is. Publicly read at the hearing before the adoption of the millage 4 basic points. So this is something that we can easily accomplish. It's the name of the taxing authority, so that's either, anyone can do it, Dr. Shu, Scott, officially state the name of the taxing authority, state what the rollback rate would be. I'm sure they have that at their fingertips. If there's a percentage increase, there may not be. You don't have to state it. And then the last thing you're publicly stating is the millage rate to be levied. That's supposed to occur at the tentative adoption hearing as well as the final adoption hearing. We're at the tentative adoption phase. So if you could go ahead and do that, that would be great.
You want me to read the rollback
Well,
statement?
if you could state the name of the taxing,
Sure.
just let's hit all those 4 bullets that you have, and that way we're covered.
Okay. The Anastasia Mosquito Control District is publicly announcing the percentage that the millage rate is exceeding the current year proposed rate as a percentage of the rollback rate, and that's line 27 of page 2. And then are there some
Are
other
you
things?
stating that, right, so that percentage, can you read that into the record? That's what it means by publicly
Sure.
read.
Okay,
Yeah,
the Anastasia Mosquito Control District, at the first budget hearing, the tentative budget hearing, is presenting that the current year proposed millage rate as a percentage change of rollback rate is actually 5.4%.
perfect.
Okay,
And can you
thank you.
further state on the record the...
And the only thing I would
millage-
ask is if you do see something like this, please tell us before the meeting.
Well, no, I had no reason to believe that you weren't following this rule. I had no reason to believe that every other taxing authority has done it. So can you also state on the record the millage rate to be levied? That's another
Sure.
bullet there.
The millage rate is 0.1600.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
So anything said in this meeting is public, correct?
That's
So that's
correct.
what you mean? Anything,
That's correct.
okay.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be printed and then put out?
No
Because
way.
this is going to be printed and put
No.
out if anybody wants to see it.
In fact, if you go watch the St. Johns County Commission meeting for the tentative adoption, you're going to hear somebody read these same 4 bullet points. They're going to read it, publicly announce it for purposes of the hearing. That's what's required.
Okay, thank you. So I'm confused now. Have we voted on the millage rate?
Should we do it again? Maybe we should. Should we do it
I
again?
think,
I
well,
would. Can
Yeah,
you just so
okay.
that
No,
nobody
I
can
got
come
you.
back and say you did this after you
Yeah.
voted.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
all right. So, would someone like to make a motion, or shall I?
I motion
All right, go ahead.
to approve
All right, to approve
millage rate.
adopt the tentative millage rate of .16.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Is there a conversation on the motion to adopt the proposed budget? I think that's where we left off last
Yeah,
time.
that's where we were.
Yeah, I'm fine with approving the allocation for the storage facility, and then we can always revisit it, but in order for me to actually approve contract for the storage facility, I would definitely want to see more information about that, certainly taking the fact that we will save money based on having the storage facility is a big bonus. We just want to have some exact numbers as to what that will look like moving forward.
So are you making a motion to approve, or are you making a motion to?
I'm just commenting.
Okay. All right.
So did somebody make that motion?
All right, well, I will make the motion to approve the proposed budget
That's for FY '25, '26.
fiscal year 25.
Thank you.
All right, and I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, the motion is passed. And the meeting is adjourned.
Awesome.